Okay, great thing about this lesson is that it's really not new. We're really just going to combine lessons 2 and 3. Okay? We are going to take our first derivative sign analysis and our second derivative sign analysis and stack them on top of each other so that we know what the shape of f looks like so that we can be better human graphing calculators. It's like a third line we may choose to do. We won't have to do it all the time. So this third line will use the information from f prime and f double prime in the sign, right? Because if you know f is going down, and at the same time f is concave up, you know what the shape of f has to look like if you're going down but curving upwards. Tell your neighbors, what does that look like, going down, curving upwards? Going down, curving upwards. Now, if you're not sure, guess what? Up above is a little bit of a help, a little helper up here. This is going down, curving upwards. Okay, so if you're thinking that, great. But actually, instead of like doing pluses or minus here, I'm just going to draw a little shape. Okay, and that's all we're going to do here is like understand when we are going up or going down and how we are curving. We are going to combine day 2 and day 3, lesson 2 and lesson 3, so that we know how my function's curving as I'm going up and going down. Okay? So between -2 and -1, I'm going up, curving up. Well, you can look up above, but you should be able to like know that it looks like this. Going up, curving down, going down, curving down, going down, curving up. Okay, just a little bit of a repetition at the end. And you get these pieces. Okay, if you're not sure about this, if you're like you'll need to be able to do this. Okay, because it's these pieces that can be kind of put together so that we know what F's going to look like, at least the shape of F. You might not know exactly how high it's going to go, exactly where it like will end up, but this is what F's got to look like. Boom, we're a human graphing calculator. Now, if you have f prime and f double prime and an equation, we are ready to be a human graphing calculator. Because not only can you combine your f prime and f double prime sign analysis to understand the shape, but you could use the fact that you have the equation for f to find some location, some point. Why don't you guys go ahead and practice? We're going to do this just like once or twice today, and then I'm just going to give you the sign analysis from there, because what ends up happening is the interpretation is the most important part. You guys do step 2, do step 3. Stack them on top of each other. Please analyze the signs of f prime and f double prime at the same time, stacked on top of each other. We've done this so many times. I hope it's like becoming second nature to us. If we still need to practice, well, go back and do more of your homework if you didn't do it the first time around. You know what I mean? Okay. I almost broke that hair clip. We're good. Sorry. All right. If we didn't get there in that time, it's okay. We got to press forward because now I can know what the shape of F is. In the future, I'm going to skip this part. I'm going to combine my knowledge that F is going up, going down, going up, with the knowledge of how it's curving. I'm going to skip the F prime part, but like, I'll bring it back. Don't worry. F is concave down, concave up. And then for the shape of F, I'll throw all three of my things down, 0, 1, and 2, to know what each kind of interval, what the shape looks like. So figure it out. What does each little interval, what's the shape of my function before 0, from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, and from 2 on? Now, somebody asked me earlier, do I have to memorize these shapes? I don't want to say you're memorizing them. You should understand. Going up, there's two ways to go up. You could go up and curve up, or you could go up and curve down. There's two ways to go down. I mean, you can go down without curving. That's one way, actually. So there's three ways. You go down, curve up, or you could go down and curve down. So hopefully it's not like memorized. You just kind of know. We go up, curve down. We go down, curve down. We go down, curve up. We go up, curve up. Question? Because that's not what we got to. We have to do it. F double prime just tells me how I'm curving. F prime just tells me if I'm going up or going down. Combining how we curve with going up and going down gives us the shape. You got to combine them. That's what this lesson is, Urkalo. Step 2 and step 3 on top of each other, so that we know what the shapes look like. Okay? Now, one additional thing, because again, I could throw these sections down and just be like, it looks like this. But one additional thing we can be done, because you have the equation for F, you can find points on F. Like I could literally plug in 0, 1, and 2 to find the y coordinates at these 1, 2, 3 interesting locations. If I plug in 0, 0 cubed minus 3 times 0 squared plus 3 is 3. So I know I have a point 0, 3. Spread it out a little bit more. And I know that's a max. So it's like, because I know that's a max, we can be a little bit emphatic and just not go all the way up to 10 like you're used to. Like just, we go to 0, 3. I know 2 is a min. How do I know 2 is a min? It's like I did the sign analysis of F prime. 2 is a min. I know 1's a point of inflection. How do I know that? I did the second derivative sign analysis. If I plug in 1, I get 1. If I plug in 2, I get 8 minus 12 plus 3. Negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. Now, these 3 points are like lined up to be connected in a line. But we know that's not what's going to be done because I know the shape. F is increasing concave down until 0. Well, not any spot until 0, but I know until 0, 2. That was not pretty. There we go. Increasing concave down. From 0 to 1, decreasing concave down. From 1 to 2, decreasing concave up. And then from 2 on, increasing concave up. Yo, you're a human graphic calculator. That is a very accurate sketch of F, and we did not use any technology. We know where the curvature changes. We know where we have maxes and mins. We got it. Now, this was how you had to graph functions back in the day, before the calculator. Okay? Calculus helped you. This was like so important that like back in the day, the AP exam, one of the 6 free response questions was like graph this function. And it had you do like 7 different steps to make sure you knew exactly what the function looked like. If you take a college calculus 1 class, you will spend more time being even more specific about what the function looks like, being a human graphic calculus. Now, I hope you don't have to take a college calculus 1 class because you pass this class and you pass the AP exam, and then you know calculus, so you just move on, take other classes, okay? But if you chose to do that for some reason, you would do more of this, okay? But the course, AP Calculus AB, has shifted over time to be less worried about that, to be more worried about like the applications of calculus. So sketching functions are not as important now as they used to be then. But they still want you to understand the sign analysis of F prime and F double prime at the same time. So you'll still have questions that require you to kind of think like a human graphing calculator, but not go all the way here to have the graph, okay? And here are the questions that you are going to see. So here's a function. Don't worry about accurately sketching. So like I could throw away this graph because I don't need it. But, and this is what most of your questions on your test are going to be like, tell me, when's this function decreasing concave up? Now, when they ask you that, they mean decreasing concave up at the same time. So you're going to have to do the whole thing. You're going to have to do the sign analysis of F prime, sign analysis of F double prime. You're going to have to evaluate the signs. You're going to have to look at your intervals, stacking F prime and F double prime on top of each other, making sure the lines, the numbers are lined up, figuring out the interval where this is happening at the same time. So go. Now for this question, we don't have to worry about the third line, the whole shape. As long as we've stacked F prime and F double prime on top of each other, we know what the signs mean when it comes to F. That third line's not necessary. Okay, check with your neighbors. What'd you get? The one thing I'd be careful of, both of y'all, don't put that below that. This is like closer to 0 than that is. Okay? You might not see the interval that you're looking for if you do that. Same here. I'd shift this over. Nope, you did it right. You gotta do the sign analysis now. Nice, team. How we doing over here? We're almost there. You did do something wrong. This does not factor to be x plus 0. You can just pull out another x and make it 5x cubed. That's it. Way to go. We got the first one down. Well, so if your numbers are lined up nicely, you can kind of see, okay, for this interval, these are my signs. For this interval, these are my signs. Then it's tough to see. So I saw this for a bunch of people. I saw people putting -4 and 0, great. But then people putting -3 and 0 on the same spot. This is not going to help you, especially when it comes to, finding the specific interval we're looking for. Line things up correctly so that it goes in order from smallest to greatest. You know what I mean? Do your sign analysis correctly. Now, I saw some of us go to the next line. Some of us went to the next line and did shapes of F. Some of us just looked at this and knew what we needed to do. F is decreasing. F is decreasing when F prime is negative. So you paid attention to this interval. F is concave up. F is concave up when F prime is increasing or when F double prime is positive. So you paid attention to this interval and this interval. The question is when are you decreasing and concave up? So where do you overlap? Right there. Okay? That's how we get the answer -3 to 0. If we did that and that felt great, good. You're in good shape. If you didn't, just make a little bit of adjustments. Make sure your numbers are lined up. Make sure you're doing your sign analyses correctly. This lesson, guys, if you've been doing your homework, you've been like crushing the quizzes, no big deal. The sign analysis we've done so many times if you've done them. And it's like that's easy to do. It just becomes interpretation. Okay? And that's what we're going to do for the rest of the class. I'm going to give you the sign analysis. But I'm going to ask you different questions. Okay? Because the way questions can be asked are as simple as like increasing concave down, sure. But I'm going to change it up. I'm going to try to trick you. And I'm going to go ahead and just like do the sign analysis for you really quickly. Let me just think about this. All right, good. So we'll have 1 and 5 for F prime. You guys just copy down the sign analysis. You know you could do this. And then F double prime will be 3. Okay, so that's the sign now. Well, you know what? Before we change the question, what is the answer to this? When is F increasing in concave down? important. Like creating the sign analysis we should be able to do. Now it just becomes interpreting. All right. F is increasing here and here. F is concave down here when F prime is decreasing. So we get negative infinity to 1, or x is less than 1. Okay, great. So we feel good about ourselves. And then this question comes at us. When is F decreasing at an increasing rate? This is another way of asking you, like, to be a human graphing calculator. Now, go ahead and tell your neighbors, what do you think decreasing at an increasing rate looks like? All right. I got two options. It's either this option over here on the left, or it's this option over here on the right. Pick a side, okay? Pick a side. Decreasing at an increasing rate. Is it the guy on the left or the guy on the right? Who says guy on the left? Raise your hand. Who says guy on the right? Raise your hand. Both? Definitely wrong. Okay, so we're smart. We're doing well in calculus. I just got an A on my last quiz. I know what I'm doing. This must be the answer. My phone can go off in class. I don't care. I don't listen anyways. Kind of just watch the videos. You're all wrong. Now, why? And like, I understand why you're saying this. I understand why you think this. But your thought about increasing is not the correct thought, at least in this class. You guys think that increasing means we're getting further away from 0, right? Bigger numbers. That's not correct. If I go from 0 to -1 to -2 to -3 to -4 to -5, those numbers are getting larger, right? From 0 to -5. But no, those are decreasing values. Now, here's how you're going to figure this out. Assign some slope values, like here, here, and here. Here, here, here. Give me a numerical value for this slope. Sure, like -1/4. Let's just call it -1. Well, if this is -1, what's that? Sure, what's that? -1 to -3 to -6. Many of you think those are increasing values. No. -1 to -3 to -6 are decreasing. They're going down. -1, -3, -6. This is decreasing at a decreasing rate. It's counterintuitive. I know. You would think like decreasing rate means you're getting slower. So a lot of people think decreasing at a decreasing rate is that. But no. This is decreasing at an increasing rate because -3, -2, -1, those slopes are increasing. Here is what you just need to do. Ready? You want to know the secret to this question? Watch this. Come back here. Go back to this question. Ready? Here's the secret. I'll show you the secret. F is going down. F's rates, F primes are going up. That's it. F is going down, but F's rates which are f primes, are going up. F is going down. F's rates, f primes, are going up. The answer to this question is 3 to 5. So many of us think decreasing means like bigger values. Yeah, but bigger negative values, or we think increasing are bigger values. Bigger negative values are actually decreasing. -5 to -10 to -15 are actually decreasing values. Okay, so be careful. Okay, let's do another one. And I'm just going to give you the sign analysis. You're going to answer the question. So we did this one earlier. You cross off the 12x, get 0, and I think it's 4 or 2. It's 2. 0 and 2. And 1. F prime, F double prime ends up being positive, negative, positive, positive, negative. Okay, let's do the first question. When is F prime positive and increasing? And then I'm going to give you a couple more. That's it. F prime positive is here and here. F prime increasing is here. The answer to this question is 2 to infinity, or x is bigger than 2. Ready? Here's another question. When is F decreasing concave down? When is F decreasing concave down? F is decreasing. F is concave down from 0 to 1. How do we do on that? When is F decreasing at a decreasing rate? When is F going down? And when is F rate going down? Oh, hold on. These two questions are the same. Yep, try to trick you. They're the exact same questions, just worded differently. Did I get you? Okay. The rest of the questions are the same. So we'll move on. Now, we have to be able to answer the same question given graphs of f prime. And this is where we struggle. Okay? Now, there is one question on your test where it's like, hey, this is the graph of f prime. What does f look like? Which means you are going to have to do a sign analysis of f prime and f double prime and stack them on top of each other. Call this 2. This is where wires get crossed, guys. When I gave you one thing to do, students are usually fine, or they figure it out. But when I give you 2 things to do, all of a sudden, stuff in brain gets really messed up. So, like, you got to practice this stuff at homework. You have to be prepared to make mistakes. Okay, let's start with f prime. There's f prime. Here's f prime. F prime changes sign when it hits a 0 or when it has undefined. I have positives until -1, positives until 2, and then negatives after that. We'll call that 2. Great. I think most of you like to fill this out by looking at f prime's direction. If you do, great. F prime is going down until -1. It is then going up until 1, and then it goes down after 1. I don't like what I just did. I should try to line things up so that I understand distinct interval. So like I'm going to move that 2 over, or at least think about it carefully. You could have also done slopes. Slopes of f prime, which are sines of f double prime, negatives, positives, negatives, negatives, positives, negatives. Now, this type of question on the test, you will be given multiple different graphs, A, B, C, D, or 4 different graphs. You need to pick the one with the right shape, okay? So you need to be able to interpret your connection of f prime and f double prime to realize that until -1, f is going up and is concave down, going up, concave down. But then I need to go up and be concave up until 1. Then I'm going to go up, be concave down from 1 to 2. You guys need to practice this. Down, concave down. And then you'll be able to pick out the correct graph. Now, exactly where do these points go? We don't know right now. We will know in the future. But for right now, we just kind of say this is what the shape of F looks like. Now, for all the questions we're about to do, this can be done first. You could create f prime sign analysis. You could create f double prime sign analysis. Then, boom, look at your signs and interpret them to answer the question. Okay? Most of your questions on your test will not be, what does f look like if this is the graph of f prime? Most of your questions on your test will be like this. Hey, this is f prime. Throw away this sketch. Tell me, when is f both going to be increasing and concave down? Now let's think about that. And I'm actually going to stop you. Stop. Don't do the sign analysis. I'm going to give you another option. You could do f prime, f double prime, stack them, boom. I'm going to show you both ways on the homework video. Here's the other way I'm going to show you in the homework video, which I think is a little bit more efficient. And it starts with the chart. And it starts with what you know. It starts with what you're trying to find. Okay, well, I have 2 charts I can fill out. F prime, which tells me about F. So here, I'm just going to put this down, but I'm not going to fill anything out. Here, I'm going to put F double prime. I'm not going to even stack it on top of each other. I don't have to. You could. Whatever. I know F double prime tells me about F prime, which tells me about F. I think this is the easier way to do this problem. It's a lot more time efficient. Ready? Fill out the charts based on the question. F is increasing. Okay, F is increasing. That means F prime has to be positive. I get that from there. Second thing is F is concave down. Okay, F is concave down, which means F prime must be going down, or F double prime needs to be negative. Based on that, I will then look at my graph. I have the graph of F prime. Oh, to answer the question, I want when F prime is positive and going down. Tell your neighbors what the interval is. I'm hearing multiple different intervals. 1 to 2 is correct. Here is when f prime is positive and going down. F prime is positive, F prime is going down, or you could say F prime is positive and its slopes are negative. Okay. Next question comes down to, oh, actually, stop, go back here. When is F decreasing at an increasing rate? When is F decreasing at an increasing rate? You got it. You got it, Benini? What is it? Nope. Close. Tight. Nope. Urkal. That's it. Negative infinity and -1. All right. Respect. I got you. F is going down. F's rates are going up. If you wanted to fill out your chart here, you would be talking about F prime being negative and F prime increasing, which is when F double prime is positive or when F is concave up. Now, since I have the graph of F prime, I'm just going to be looking at when F prime is negative and going up. Here's where we're negative and going up. Don't keep going until 1. Stop at -1 because that's when F prime is negative. Got it? Cool. Well, now I'm going to switch it up on you. Two questions. One is F increasing at an increasing rate? One is F prime negative? And F double prime positive? Two different questions. Or is it? Who knows? We'll figure it out. Now, when we talk about increasing at an increasing rate, our instincts are correct. All of your instincts about decreasing at an increasing rate was wrong because you're not thinking about decreasing and increasing the right way. But this actually works out. Increasing at an increasing rate is increasing concave up. Hold on. Make sure you know that this is the graph of F. We want to know when F is going up, and we want to know when F is concave up. Going up, concave up is -1 to 0. That's it. Anybody get that? Okay. Second question. F prime negative, F double prime positive, or F prime less than 0, F double prime greater than 0. Why is it 0, not 1? Because we are told there's a point of inflection at 0, which means we're going to change concavity from concave up to concave down. We just want when F is increasing and its rates are increasing. We want when F is going up and concave up at the same time. That region and only that region, DJ Brown. Right here, it switches from concave up to concave down. Because this is the graph of F. All right, ready? F prime is negative. Okay, that means F is going down. Oh, guys, this is the graph of F. That's the graph of F. You got to pay attention. That's the graph of F. So you got to pay attention to F. F is going down. F double prime is positive. That means F prime is going up. That means F is concave up. This is the graph of F. Pay attention to when F is going down, but is concave up. This, negative infinity to negative 1. We got this? If it's a no, that's okay. There are students that this breaks them, and this is where I thought I was doing well, but then I got to these graph questions and I just get destroyed. These are the questions that students mess up on the test. A students can handle the graph, C's and D's can't handle the graph. Here's another question. You'll see this almost exact same question on your test. This is the graph of F. Order from least to greatest. From least to greatest, order F of 2, F prime of 2, and F double prime of 2. Go, tell your neighbors. F of 2 is 0. F prime is a positive value. F double prime, I don't know. Actually, I do. I know F is concave down. If F is concave down, F double prime must be negative or F prime must be decreasing. So that's going to be the least. You'll see all sorts of questions just like that. Start with the chart. Have a good one. Thanks, man.